Guys, when I see language being used in a way to manipulate people, I get genuinely infuriated. Like, why would you do that? So I decided to hop on here, tell you 4 common manipulation tactics that I've seen being used around so that you can recognize it and avoid falling for it. Number one is manipulation through word association. This one I find it interesting because sometimes you cannot help but fall for it. This is used, like I see it in personal relationships, in the news. There is a lot in the news. It's used in politics, like it's used everywhere. So how does it work? I'll give you like I could give you a lot of example of this because I see it happen like a lot. Let's say someone asks, "Oh, what do you think about Mariam?" You're like, "Oh, she's cool. But children nowadays, they don't respect their elders." What are you saying here? What did you take away from that? What did you think about Mariam? Oh, she's cool, but children nowadays don't respect their elders anymore. So after saying Mariam is cool, then I say children don't respect. So are you saying Mariam doesn't respect her elders? And if you present that to them and you're like, oh, so are you saying Mariam doesn't respect her elders? They'll be like, no, that's not what I said. But that is what you're trying to imply. If you hadn't asked for clarification, that is the thought and the perception of Mariam they would have put in your head. So you have to ask for clarification. You have to ask for more information. They're trying to say something to you without saying it explicitly so that they can avoid responsibility, so that they can say, oh, I never actually said that. They can't even stand in their villainy. Like, if you're going to be a villain, be confident in it. But no, they can't. There was once a lady who reported someone for assault. The assault case was ongoing, but it was found out that the lady lied about something else, about our location, about our status in the country, something like that. Now, what was put in the news, because the person she reported for assault is a big person. So what was put in the news? They put this lady versus the aggressor. They put an apostrophe. She's a liar. As a normal person, you're not following the in total of the case, but you see big headlines. She's a liar. You're like, oh my god, she lied about the case. She lied about the assault. It never actually happened. Although when you read the contents of the news, it stated there that, oh, she lied about something else unrelated to the case, but they want to imply in people's minds, they want to put this perception of her in your minds that she's a liar, she lied about the case. So they're gonna be like, she's a liar. You're like, of course she's a liar, she lied about the case. That's reframing, manipulating people, creating a perception in their minds through word association. You never state explicitly that this is what it is, but you put the name and the thing and the adjective together so that people will form their own conclusions on their own. Another example, there is a criminal who was arrested by the police, and people are like, okay, what exactly did this person do? Like, let us know what this criminal did. And police is like, he's a very dangerous person. He's a very, very dangerous person. And when someone comes to our country and they've been paid to cause commotion in our country, they've been paid to terrorize our country, we have to stamp it out. Can you guys see what I'm talking about here? Okay, what did he do? You said he's a dangerous person. You said he's a dangerous criminal. And then you said when people come into this country to cause commotion, but is that what he did? They're trying to create a perception in your mind that this is what he did without stating explicitly that this is what he did. So are you saying that when you ask for clarification, are you saying that he is a terrorist who was paid to come to the country to cause commotion? And they're like, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, but answer the question. What did he do? So when you see or when you sense that someone is not stating clearly what they mean, you have to ask for clarification. Don't take things at face value. Okay? Got it? Got it? Number 2, I see this happen a lot. It's quite common. Reframing the words that you said to make it seem hostile, rude, aggressive. You tell your boss, your coworker, you're like, I don't think this idea will work. Oh, so you're saying my idea is useless. How did we get there? They are misunderstanding your words. They are reframing your statements so that it sounds hostile. And what's the goal here? What's your response gonna be? No, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry. If see, you've apologized, which is what you're not supposed to do, and which is something they want from you. They want you to apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it like that. I'm just trying to say that we could, look at it and another. I don't think your idea is useless. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think it's quite good. And then you've agreed with them that this idea is okay, even if you don't think that. And you end up forgetting about the fact that you are even trying to present an alternative option, which is what they want from you. The goal here is to make you shut yourself up. They don't want to listen to your words, to your ideas, and to your thoughts. And instead of telling you directly to shut up, they just make you shut up. They make you make yourself shut up. They make talking so frustrating that you do it yourself. So what you have to do now is recognize when someone is always misunderstanding you. It can happen once, but someone is constantly misunderstanding your words, reframing it to make it seem rude and hostile and aggressive. You can see there's a problem here. And when they reframe your words, reject the reframing. Oh, so you're saying my idea is useless? No, I said I don't think this idea will work. Because, okay, and you state your opinion. Don't apologize for something you did not say. Get it? Now, number three is really close to heart because this is one that has happened to me a few times. This is when language that is commonly used by people of a certain group is used by outsiders or is manipulated by outsiders to create a sense of guilt and self-consciousness. I was out on the streets one day in an open field, and there were a group of people having fun, chit-chatting, having a conversation. I was passing through, and within the group, I saw a few Muslim sisters. And obviously, it's always nice to see people of the same faith. So as I walked by, I did not know anyone among them. I don't know anyone among them, but obviously they are sisters there. So there's that familiarity already that, oh, we are of the same religion. So I was like, Assalamu alaikum, sisters. And they were like, wa alaikum assalam. Tell me, how did this individual within the group get the nerve to say, he said, we don't even understand what you're saying. You could be putting a curse on us for all we know. Can you see? I don't care if you live under a rock, if you've been away from civilization for thousands of years, you know what Salaam Alaikum is. You know it is a form of greeting among Muslims. You know it is. And even if you don't know the meaning, it means peace be upon you. It's not an alien language that no one understands. It's Arabic. It's an Arabic language. You can look up the meaning. It's not a big deal. And you know that. You are not ignorant. You're pretending to be ignorant. So what's the goal here? The goal is to make Muslims feel uncomfortable about expressing a fundamental part of their faith. You're trying to censor a group. When you take a language commonly used by a group and you're like, I don't feel uncomfortable with it, I feel like you are, what's the term? I feel like you are secluding, I can't remember the word. Anyway, I feel like I am being, why don't I remember the word? Anyways, like I don't feel included when you use these words. They are just simply trying to make you feel uncomfortable and guilty with expressing that part of yourself. By turning a simple greeting into something questionable, they attempt to impose a sense of self-doubt, making you hesitate before you use words that have always been natural to you. They want you to think twice. So next time, like when you see a group of people and you're certain that, oh, there are one or two Muslims there, you start hesitating before you greet them because you're like, what if the rest of the group feel uncomfortable? You start feeling this way, something that comes naturally, something that's not a big deal, but they're trying to make you feel guilty. They're trying to make you censor yourself. This is a form of manipulation. Don't fall for it. Number 4, this one, I am 100% sure a lot of you are falling for it. Okay, this manipulation tactic is using emotionally charged words to get a reaction out of you. And most of you, yeah, you fall for this all too easily. When you tell someone that, maybe a friend or something, you're like, I can't, I can't come for your event, or I can't be there, or I can't help you with this because I have a prior engagement, because I have something I need to do. And they're like, you're so selfish. You make me feel like I'm nothing. How do we get from point A to point X? It's something simple. I can't attend, this basic thing. That's not a big deal because I have this other basic thing, or maybe more important more important thing to do. And now you're saying you're so selfish. You're using selfish, which is an emotionally charged word. Or you say, you make me feel like I'm nothing. That's going to get an emotional reaction out of you. And in this case, what do they want? Depending on, because the person who is using this kind of words, they know what kind of person you are. You could be, number one, you could be the kind of person who you hear something like that and you want to defend yourself. You're like, no, 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 no. What do you mean? I'm not selfish. I'm just simply trying to do, my thing. I'm not selfish. And maybe you want to prove to them that you're not selfish. So you're like, I'll come, which is exactly what they want. Or maybe you're the sort of person who you're like, oh my God, I did not mean to make you feel like you meant nothing to me. You mean a lot to me. I just, this event is just so important, but I'll try to make time, a few minutes, I'll come to your thing, which is what they want you to succumb to their needs and their demands. And they do that by getting a rise out of you by using emotionally charged words. You say something that is basic and they're like, oh, you're so toxic. You're using toxic, which is such a loaded word. You're so manipulative. And you're like, you can tell when something is like so extreme. They use extreme words and you're like, how did we get there? This is something that's not supposed to get there. So when words like this are being used, you need to stay calm. Don't immediately rush to defend yourself or rush to apologize. You stay calm. You're like, okay. Maybe they say, you're so selfish. You're like, I'm sorry, we see things differently, but I really need to, do this thing, or but I really can't do this thing. Or they say, you make me feel like I'm nothing. You say, okay, what exactly makes you feel that way? Instead of reacting to the word itself, let's see if there is an event or something exactly that we can tackle, because I am not going to argue with the word toxic. Where do I even want to start from? It has such a broad definition. But if you can bring a specific event, a specific situation that makes you feel that way, we can talk about that. But honestly, this tactic can never work on me. I cannot be another person's emotionally trash can. Like, I cannot even contain my own emotions. So if you're like, you're so toxic, you make me feel like I'm nothing, I'm like, okay, looks like you have a lot to sort through. So I'm going to leave you alone, give you a few minutes to calm down. And when you're ready to talk, you come back and meet me. So that's it, guys. If you have any more tactics that you've seen happen around you, you're like, for sure, let me know about it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to press the like button, subscribe for more content like this. I mostly talk about anything that comes to my head, serious stuff, quirky stuff, crazy stuff. If you enjoy things like that, you have to subscribe and press the notification button so that you get notified immediately I upload. I upload 2-3 times a week. So a lot of content for you to enjoy and sort through. And comment. Anyways, until next time, my name is Mariam. Bye.